So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the storyline and what's happening with the intro to DLC 3. I believe there is a Trinity identification happening here between Dr. Maxis, the Shadow Man, and Dr. Monty. A lot of people are finding this confusing, but the scarf there is a dead giveaway in this intro. Watch it again and again for yourself. It'll be linked down in the description box below. I want to make sure this story gets told right, because a lot of people are going to be showing fake news. We first learned about Dr. Monty's scarf in the map Zetsubu no Shima that bridged the gap between the Shadow Man, and in the intro to Revelations, Dr. Maxis gets sucked into the summoning key and becomes the Shadow Man. So there is a Trinity happening here, this identification of who is the evil force in the map. We have it solid. We know for sure this is what's happening. Dr. Maxis is Dr. Monty, is the Shadow Man, but we need to talk about Eddie and Samantha. Primarily Samantha. She's a very important character here, and she's coming back from the Black Ops 2 storyline. Let's head back to Zombies Chronicles for a second. A common expression portrayed all throughout the Black Ops series is that the children will be safe in the house. And this is sort of reflected in Zombies Chronicles. But did we miss something on the map Moon? Did we miss something very huge? I think we did, and I want to go into detail about that. Samantha from the Black Ops 2 storyline is very important. She's back, and they are going into this timeline following the events of Blood of the Dead and Classified. But who exactly is going to be on this map? Is it our 8 characters, or are we going to discover something different? There is a moment here where we see Samantha going up against the Apothecans. This is the events happening during DLC 3. However, I know in your mind this is confusing. The only way to portray this is to show you the timeline. This is how it all connects. I'm not going to tell you how I got this timeline, but it comes from Treyarch themselves. There is a moon-buried Easter egg paradox that is happening. A lot of you guys don't know about this, but this is very true. This is how it was drawn out since the beginning. And Moon is the most important map dealing with the correction of the timeline. So we're going to be heading back to that moment for DLC 3, but we're going to be taking place on Nuketown Zombies. When this occurred in Revelations, we had a reset, and another event happened during that reset. Something changed within Samantha. Now this 100% was not by her doing. This was manifested by the Primus Richthofen we've seen at the ending outro of Blood of the Dead. Now during this moment, we have Zombies Chronicles. Samantha disappears. Another Samantha reappears, but our characters from Revelations also vanish because of the event that Dr. Monty made. However, because of what Primus Richthofen did, another Samantha came into the picture. This is the big question we all had during Zombies Chronicles, and now it's becoming a lot more clear. She shuts the window. But there is trickery in the air as to the souls that we collected all throughout Black Ops 3. In GRIZZ and Drac, there was an image on the projector screen of suspension devices. In front, we have Dempsey. In the back, we have 3 other suspension devices, and the best way I can explain this is that it's Takio, Nikolai, and Pablo Marines. Going back to Blood of the Dead, at the very end, we saw a suspension device wielding Primus Richthofen, which means he is not here on GRIZZ and Drac. This is one of the great mysteries of the timeline in which I want to bring to you guys, because we have to nail this down. In Alpha and Omega, we're going to be seeing a build-up to the Great War, and we know that Pablo Marines has a great history and reflection in the Great War. So as the theory stands right now, Pablo Marines is on a suspension device, and the test subjects are not to be awakened. However, it does seem that one of the test subjects was awakened. This is Primus Richthofen from the map Blood of the Dead, which is something that was not supposed to be done. But upon the events of Revelations, the reset that happened, the disappearing of our 4 main characters, the disappearing of the old Samantha and the rebirth of the new Samantha, the rebirth of the new characters happening on Blood of the Dead, this was sparked and manifested the moon-buried Easter egg paradox. So let's entertain that thought for a second. Let's go back to Buried. Let's think about it. The Easter egg was mind games. We had a Richthofen side that won. We had a Maxis side that won. That was the super Easter egg, if you can recall. And now we have a situation where an alternative ending is happening on the map Buried based on the events that are about to occur on the map Moon. It all takes place with Nuketown Zombies, which is coming for DLC 3. Because of Nuketown Zombies, we are going to see a whole nother events happening on the map Moon, which relates to what kind of characters are going to be relevant. Well, at the very end of the comic, of comic 1, the very first comic that happened and released here, fellas, right after Zombies Chronicles, we got a new loading screen, and that was of Nuketown Zombies. This was the new loading screen that occurred, and guess what? It was all about our transit crew, our Victus crew, as their journey was progressing through that story. So during Black Ops 2, we have a Victus crew possibly coming back into the picture here for Nuketown Zombies, but a big mystery still happening with the events happening after Blood of the Dead and Classified, with those 8 characters teleporting away. What's happening with that? Is the Victus crew returning? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below. Where are you guys feeling about this? Where are we going with DLC 3, and what crew exactly is going to be playing? We'll know soon enough, fellas, but this is all the information I got gathered up to this point, and it all just seems to make sense. We have a trinity happening between Dr. Maxis, Dr. Monty, and the Shadow Man, and we have another force, which is Samantha, Alpha and Omega, and our Ultimus Primus Richthofen working together to try to solve this paradox. That is where the storyline is in my head, and I'd like to know where the storyline is in your head. Leave me a comment down below, drop a like in this video if you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Viollent out.